Hi, Mona, and hello, everyone. Good evening, and welcome to the another session of Data Hour. So we are thrilled to have you here in this evening for an interactive learning session. My name is Siddharth Nigam, along with my friend Ram Goswami. We are the part of a data science team of Analytical Vidya, and I will be the moderator of this session. So, for those who have joined us for the first time, a brief introduction about the data session is with the intent to make learning data science and more engaging to the community. As you know, the Analytical Vidya is a biggest data science community. So we begin with a new initiative, Data Hour, which is 1 hour dedicated to the data. Data is a series of webinar led by a top industry expert where they teach us and democratize data science knowledge. So moving forward, so now today our session is about Google Cloud, AI, and ML. So in this data hour session, Mona will cover Google Cloud AI tool, which are armed with the best of Google research and technology to focus exclusively on solving problems which matters. So in this data hour, we will cover Google Cloud Vertex AI platform, which is an integrated machine learning platform for developer and data scientists as well. So we will also see an NLP API document and AI and enterprise transaction hub in action, right? So before we kick things off and I hand it over the session presented, Mona. So a quick recap of the few things. We are recording this session and we will make the recording available in few days on our YouTube channel. Please use the Q&A section for asking any question you might have during the session. As the data are progress towards the end, we will do our best to answer them. Right? So, and the last, also we will share a feedback poll toward the end of the session, and which I request everyone to participate in. So now on to our speaker. So in this session, our data are, we have Mona with us. She's an AI machine learning customer engineer at Google right now. And Mona is also an author of NLP book, Natural Language Processing using AWS AI Service. She's highly skilled IT professional, bringing more than 10 years in software design, development, and integration across diverse work environment. Before joining Google, she worked in Amazon Web Service as a senior machine learning solution architect. Her role is to ensure customer success in building application and service on the AWS platform. She has also published 17 blogs and on AI and NLP on AWS AI channel and research paper on AI powered search solution, which is also published by Amazon Science and also got runner up in a triple AI conference. She has 14 certification and currently working on writing her book on Google Cloud Professional ML Engineer Certificates Study Guide. Oh, Mona, you have achieved a lot. Seriously, it's been an
Thank
honor
you.
to have you in this session. And so, guys, I will share the LinkedIn profile of Mona. Kindly do connect and with Mona and for the future guidance. So over to you, Mona. The virtual stage all yours. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Ram. Let me share my screen for presenting my content. Let me know if you can see the screen. I hope everyone can hear me okay and see me fine, and then I'll proceed. Okay, I assume it's yes. So this was an introduction. Thank you, Ram. So this was just about me, that I'm a customer engineer here at Google and also author of this book. And why Data Hour and why I was interested to do this, because it's very, very similar to what is my previous book about. It was about to empower every data scientist and ML engineer or anyone who wants to make a career in AI with no machine learning experience by writing this book. So we presented a lot of low code, no code solutions, and especially with little bit of Python understanding, you can get started with your ML career journey. However, today's session is about Google, and why we'll cover these four topics, and we'll also see a lot of demos and live demos in this entire presentation. And if you have questions, I cannot see the questions, so if Ram can tell me if there are questions, he can stop me and I can take a pause, and he can tell me the questions. I'll be able to answer it, or we can take questions in the end, whatever works. So the four things we are going to cover today is why Google for AI. The second thing is Vertex AI platform, and we'll talk about what is interesting things in Vertex AI platform and how it is different and how it is going to empower you. We'll see walkthrough of Vertex AI APIs, and we'll talk about what is AutoML and how you can use AutoML. And lastly, we will also see some demos of AI services, which means that some of the services built by Vertex AI, which is a document AI service, which helps you automate all your documents, and also Enterprise Translation Hub. With that, let's get started. So some of the things why leverage Google Cloud for AI. Before that, I hope you all know what cloud is and what is Google Cloud. Can we do like a quick show of hands or poll to know that you know this, how much familiar you are with Google Cloud? Okay, I assume that you all have some basic understanding of what cloud is and what Google Cloud is. And Google Cloud has tons of services. Today, we are just going to focus on AI specific services. So some of the ways how you can and why you should leverage Google Cloud is to scale. And when I say scale, means that you get instant access to thousands of machines such as GPUs or TPUs with Google Cloud. And TPUs are very, very unique to Google Cloud. What does TPU means? TPU means tensor processing units, and with TPU you can run large TensorFlow workloads on Google Cloud, and they will give you the speed and performance and as well as scale you need, which you cannot achieve in your normal system. The second is speed. We already covered speed with scale. They both the words come together. So we covered that cloud TPUs and what it is, and how Google Cloud can give you speed. Third point is quality, and how you get quality is we have pre-trained AI services, which we are going to cover soon, which solves basic business needs with highest quality. So you do not have to reinvent the wheel. So when I started with machine learning, I would go and find a lot of data first, and then I will write a code to solve a problem, right? But with these AI services, it's very, very simple. You already have everything trained using Google's machine learning and data. And what Google Cloud has done, they have exposed an API to you where they have solved problems common to machine learning. And you just send a request and you get a response back. It's very, very easy to set up, and it's very easy to use, and it can solve many common business AI problems, which we'll cover in a little bit. Lastly, customization. So ability to customize these pre-trained AI building blocks using transfer learning with your own data set is the capability I'm talking about. So you can use Cloud AutoML and ML Engine to customize models. And we also have advanced solutions, which is based on these customizations, which is Document AI and Enterprise Translation Hub. So this is to say that there is AI opportunities in every industry, be it retail, be it healthcare, be it financial services, be it media entertainment, or public sector. So or a startup. So there is AI opportunities and AI use cases. So these are use cases. So from demand forecasting to telehealth to money laundering. So it can be n number of use cases. So it can be, there is AI opportunities in every industries. And So that is why we created a platform which can cater to all these industries as well as all these users. And the users, I mean that in any kind of ML life cycle, it's not only one person. If you're a data scientist, you're not only one person doing the job. It's end-to-end machine learning. And how it begins, like you have to gather requirements first, and most of the time is spent on identifying whether it's an AI problem or non-AI problem, because today everyone wants to do AI, they get very excited. And first thing, you should always ask why you want to solve a problem. If you can solve it using simple non-AI techniques, I would say go for that, because AI is doing artificial intelligence is really, really hard. And why it's hard? Because it requires lots of data, because your model is going to be as good as your data is. And also it's an iterative process. It's not just somebody hands you the data and you're done. You will train your model, you will tune it with various hyperparameters, and that requires a lot of compute, setting up infrastructure. Also, you would like to, after you have tuned your model, you would like to deploy that model in production. And even that involves a lot of infrastructure heavy lifting, because you will get a server. First, you have to go and ask for a server if you are productionizing it, right? And getting a server usually takes 5 to 6 months if you are starting your own business. Or once you set up your server, you have to think about scaling it, right? So today you have scaled it for 1,000 users, and tomorrow there is some sale, there is some Diwali sale going on. You will have 100,000 users hitting your endpoint, and that is totally not going to scale your model, and your model in production will fail. So you have to think about scaling in those scenarios. And also you have to think about how your development team, and there's a lot of collaboration between all these users, right? When we say that machine learning, there's a lot of collaboration between a data scientist versus an ML developer versus an ML engineer to productionalize your end-to-end code. So it's not just one person doing everything. And that is why we have created Vertex AI portfolio, and which is called Cloud AI and Industry Solution Portfolio, which consists of Vertex AI pre-trained model and Vertex AI platform. So Vertex AI platform will cover in details what all it consists of. So it has two components, and it also have the AI solution suites. So when I say AI solutions, it means that you can think like software as a service. It's already built for you. You do not have to build it from scratch. You can come and directly use it. And some of these solutions mentioned here is contact center AI, which consists of virtual agents, chatbots. So it's completely a solution to revamp your contact center. So any industry can come and use it. If you are consulting any firm, you can recommend this to them. Document AI is one of my favorite. I really, really love this product. And what this Document AI, and we'll see this today in demo. So Document AI solution, what it does is you upload any document. It can be, handwritten notes. It can be any language document. It can be written in any language, suppose in Hindi. Uh, and it can be any type. It can be your payslip. It can be your invoices. Suppose you are a student and you're submitting some research paper and you want to see what is inside. You can uh, use that research paper. It can be in PDF or it can be images. So you upload that to Document AI and you get a response back. And in that response, there is lot of data which can be structured. So it's a product which can use to convert all unstructured data into a structured document, the structured information. And we know that how important is structured information for us. So you, on that structured information, you can build insights on top, and you can quickly analyze it, like who is doing what. Suppose if it is a procurement document or an invoice document, if you are able to extract these meaningful insights from it, you will be able to know when was the procurement happened, when was the invoice sent, and who lacked, like which all persons are lagging in the payments. So all of this can lead to a lot of discovery. And healthcare insight is another solution which is mostly focused on healthcare products. I'm not going to cover that today. Mostly we are focusing on pre-trained models, Vertex AI platform. So in pre-trained models, we have variety of pre-trained models, which is trained using Google's data set, and we are making it available to you. And the problems solved is speech, vision, translation, language, and structured data. And with Vertex AI platform, we provide the notebooks, Jupyter notebooks, for you to get started. And we also provide Vertex AI training, prediction, and ML ops. We'll cover all of this in future slides.
Mona, sorry to interrupt. Few of the members are saying that
Talking about
volume level is low.
Sorry.
Few of the members are saying volume level is low. Can you level up your volume, right, little bit?
Yeah, sure. Is it better now?
Okay,
Is it better
I
now?
guess. Yeah, carry on. Yeah, it's better.
Okay, so sorry about that. So I just covered, for those who cannot listen to me, I really apologize. I just covered why you will choose Google for AI, why AI is really, really hard to do. And we introduced Vertex AI platform, which covers pre-trained models, which we are going to talk now. And we'll also cover Vertex AI platform notebooks, training, and all those cool features. And I hope you can hear me okay. If not, you can let the moderator know right now. So talking about Vertex AI pre-trained models, which is all available. So we have created pre-trained models for solving common machine learning problems. For example, we have Vision AI. In Vision, we have Vision AI, which can do a lot of things such as object detection out of the box, so that you do not have to come up with thousands of data set, build a training algorithm, and then think about hosting it. All of that, we have already solved that problem for you, and we are providing you an API, and we'll see that how that API works today. In language, we have a lot of interesting solutions. We have translation. I'm not sure who all have used Google Translate, but whenever I go on vacation, I rely on Google Translate. So English to Spanish, Spanish to English, like you have tried, like you can try Google Translate anywhere in the world you go. And this translation API uses the same API which is used in Google Translate. So you can also use AutoML translation to do some transfer learning and make your predictions specific to your needs. So you can take an example. Suppose you want some words to be translated unique to your language or unique to your business. You can do that using AutoML. We also have natural language APIs, which can do a lot of things, such as it can do classification out of the box, it can do entities, it can do, it can also classify it out of the box. The Google does that. And you also have ability to do AutoML natural language, where you will do a named entity recognition with your data set, with your business needs. And you can also do custom classification based on your specific use cases. And you can classify documents, you can classify invoices, all with this AutoML natural language. Talking about a conversation, we have Dialogflow, which is the chatbot, which enables the contact center AI service. We also have speech to text APIs, which will convert speech into text and vice versa. And for structured data, suppose you have a lot of structured data and you do not know what to do with it, you can use AutoML tables. We have a lot of new things coming, time series insights API, Vertex AI forecast for forecasting. With this understanding, let's deep dive into Vertex AI first. So why customer choose Vertex AI? There are 4 reasons to do that. The first is unified data and AI platform for all users to accelerate time of value. Second is ML ops, because ML ops is really, really hard, like managing. If you are an ML engineer, you would understand that it's not easy to manage and govern a distributed large machine learning environment. So Vertex AI enables end-to-end machine learning ops. Third is open and scalable AI infrastructure. And when I say open and scalable AI infrastructure, suppose you are running a PyTorch code or a TensorFlow code, you can still use Vertex AI because it's open source, and Google supports a lot of open source framework. And lastly, state of the art AI. We will deep dive into each one of these here. So talking about unified data and AI platform, what does this mean? This means that Google Cloud users benefit from an integrated data through value journey. And what does this mean is that our Vertex AI platform is deeply integrated with our data analysis platform, which is BigQuery. For those who do not know what is BigQuery, BigQuery is serverless data warehouse provided by Google Cloud, and it's an amazing product. So Vertex AI Workbench, the managed workbench, will directly integrates with BigQuery. So if you have data in BigQuery, you can directly use it in Vertex AI, or you have data in storage, Google Cloud Storage, which is similar to Amazon S3. You can directly point to that data in Vertex AI Workbench and start using for your training purposes. So this, and why this is important, data value journey, because we realize that for machine learning, data is very, very important. And 90% of time is just spent in having clean data set. Data labeling is very important. You need to have a labeled data set for your model training. And that is why this, and the third thing is data plus value journey, is that you can bring data from any platform. So it doesn't have to be on Google Cloud. Suppose your data is in Amazon S3 or in some other cloud provider, or you have data stored in IoT devices, social media, or it is on-prem in your own local computer. You can still use all these supported data sources for your ML development using Vertex AI. So ability to get data is also very important. You are getting the data and then you're using Vertex AI platform to training on it. Talking about second point about end-to-end machine learning operationalization, which is called ML Ops. ML Ops is a new concept. And what does this mean is that uh, suppose you are training a model, right? So it's not always that you will be training and then you are done with it. It is a process where you might need to retrain your model. Suppose your data changes in production, right? Let's take interest rate. It is very volatile. You have trained your model, regression model uh, with suppose a set interest rate 3.5%, or so take it 6%. And with inflation, now your interest rate has become 8% in production. So your model won't perform, and that is why you would need to retrain your model. That is just one example. There can be retraining in multiple cases. It can be your model has changed or your data has changed. And to do that, it's not easy, right? Retraining is not easy. You have to again set up infrastructure. You have to figure out what parameters changes. That is about training and experimentation. Then talking about model deployment, you also have to continuously monitor your model in production for those changes about data skew or concept skew. So that is why Vertex AI has created an end-to-end environment to, yeah, that is why Vertex AI has created an end-to-end environment so that you do not need to worry about setting up end-to-end ML ops. And lastly, the piece is about model management and governance. And why this piece is very important when you work with multiple identities. Like we covered initially that Vertex AI supports multiple users. Like if you are a ML engineer versus a data scientist, and why it is and how it does that is using Vertex AI platform, using model management and governance. So you have a model registry where you'll go and register a model so that you can track the lineage, right? Who trained with what data. So model governance is very important when you are setting up a secure environment, and compliance is also important. We also have feature store, model feature store. And what feature store does that, you create a feature. Suppose I am a data scientist and I'm working with your team. You are also a data scientist. We are working on same problem. We all will be doing our own feature engineering, and we all will be converting the same features using same training code. And it's not scalable, and it's not, this is very repeatable process. So that is why Vertex AI has created a feature store, where this is one time process. You will run a feature, you'll convert all these features and store it in feature store. so that complete team can use it while training as well as during prediction. So some of these advantages with ML Ops you get using Vertex AI. Moving on to next. Third point is open and scalable AI infrastructure. So Vertex AI, I already covered this data value. Any data source, it can be BigQuery, cloud storage, it can be file store, it can be multi-cloud data, right? Any data source, any framework. So all of these frameworks are supported by Vertex AI platform, and it can be any hardware. It can be CPUs, GPUs, TPUs. So that is how it can accelerate the velocity of models to production by providing this all flexible environment. Lastly, talking about state of the art AI, what does this mean? What does this mean is that from open source to, so this is all, Blue is in open source, from Hadoop to TensorFlow Extended, Kubeflow. All of this is open source work done by Google. So from open source to Google research to GCP solution, if you see the timeline, it takes less than 2 years. So what I'm trying to say that Google Cloud is dedicated to bringing open source Google research into production as soon as possible. And that is how you are having access to state of the art AI. Starting from BigQuery to cloud TPUs to AutoML to NAS and to Vertex AI matching engine, all of this has come from Google's open source research, and also Tabnet. We are converting all of this into Google Cloud products as quickly as possible. Talking a little bit what is neural architecture search and how we say state of the art AI and how we are implementing it. In 2016, the paper on neural architecture search was published, and the idea of using a recurrent neural network to compose neural network architectures. So once this article was published, in 2018, it was adopted by Waymo and other Alphabet teams. And by 2019, 2021, we launched Vertex AI NAS. And one of the customer, Qualcomm, uses this product. And some of the advantage of using NAS is that they were able to optimize their AI models in weeks rather than months. So it was a game changer for that business. So some of the customers who are using Google Cloud AI is Iron Mountain, using it for automated document processing. eBay is using to transform customer experiences. Rolls-Royce uses for autonomous vessels, and HSBC is using some of the AI techniques for risk management. Now we will cover some demos and walkthrough of our AI APIs. So there are two types of AI building blocks when we call about AI services. The first is pre-trained models, and the second is custom models. So custom model is AutoML, right? So let's see some of the differences between these two. First is when we say pre-trained models, you do not need any model training. It's already trained, and you can leverage Google's tried and tested data set, and it's very, very ideal for common use cases. Talking about custom models provide you high accuracy with models built using AutoML technology, and it leverages domain-specific data set plus Google's data set. And it's ideal for specialized use cases or custom use cases. So this is a quick walkthrough of how AutoML will work. You will bring your data set, and the advantage is that you do not need a lot of data to get started. Like I think for some of these examples, you can get like 100 samples, 200 samples, and you can still get started rather than having large training data set to get started. So you bring your own custom data set, you do AutoML training, and you have choices to deploy, and you also have choice to serve it as a REST API. You can download this and deploy it on edge devices too, which is called AutoML Edge. We covered this already. Let's talk about NLP API and what it does, and we'll see that in a demo. So it does these 4 things out of the box. It will extract entities, it will detect sentiment, analyze syntax, and classify content. I will take you to a demo. You all can come and use this try it demo. These links are very much accessible, and that's what I'm going to show you today. So this try the API demo, and how it works is you can grab a text. Let's grab a text about analytics Vidya today. Since we are in data hour, let's find out how it's going to extract meaningful information about this analytics Vidya. Let me go to the website and grab some text. Okay. Okay, let's just copy this. Oh, it's not copy. Let's try to get it from Google then. So you come to this page and you do try the API, and you can paste any text here. Let's analyze what it says. Yep. So once you click on analyze, you start getting interesting things about this text. So this is a small text, but if you have a large number of text, or suppose a review, right, and you want to know the sentiment of the person writing the review, whether it's positive or negative, you can quickly come and see the sentiment. So for this, it should be neutral, right? Because it's just information about the document. So let's see what you get out of the box. So you get, it is identifying Analytics Vidya as a person. And this is where AutoML can come into play, right? You want Analytics Vidya to be identified as organization. So sometimes, most of the times, out of the box detection might not work well. So this is where you will need AutoML. That is the classic case of AutoML training for identifying Analytics Vidya as an organization rather than a person. But it did classify other information correctly, like data visualization. It has to do with machine learning, artificial intelligence, business analytics. That is all true. So for sentiment, it gives you two types of sentiments, overall sentiment of the document and also entity level sentiment. So you get entity level sentiment, which can be used for use cases where you want to create predictive analytics based on the sentiments. It does syntax analysis, and this syntax analysis can be used as part of speech tagging for creating a BERT model, right? So this can be out of the box used. And lastly, categories. This is very, very interesting. It was able to identify Analytics Vidya in jobs and education, which is right, computer science, and business and industrial, just by a few text, which I haven't even seen. And for a complete list of categories, you can come to this page and check it out. So it has all of these categories, which does out of the box, which the API uses out of the box. Let's move on to so we covered NLP API and these four things out of the box: entities, sentiment, syntax, and categories. So some of the use cases you can use is sentiment analysis with your dashboards, right? So you can use this sentiment API for use cases where you are getting data from you're analyzing data from a dashboard, suppose Reddit sentiment analysis, or you have a business, right, and you want to see what people are responding to your business, whether it's positive or negative, right, in real time. You can use these APIs in an application where you can know the sentiment in real time and react before the damage is done. So this API has a lot of use, and it's a very powerful API and a very powerful way to innovate your business and think out of the box. And entities have very wide use, because most of the time you would go with custom entities, right? You would know a named entity recognition is an area of natural language processing. which is very, very tough to do, right? So with these entities, you're getting out of the box entities and using AutoML. Most of the customers I've seen, they use AutoML because they want custom entities unique to their business. Suppose, like we saw, Analytics Vidya was out of the box or identified as a person, but it should be an organization. So this is where you will do custom entity training. You will say that, hey, call Analytics Vidya as an organization in the data set in your training file and provide that to AutoML. And these APIs, AutoML API will start identifying that as AutoML as an organization. So this is what AutoML natural language is. Upload and label text. So you will upload for your text. It can be sports, lifestyle, tech, any type of labeled data. And then you can use to train your model, and then you can evaluate it. So this is about translation API, how translation works, and how AutoML custom models works. So out of the box, so this is Spanish translation, and this is Spanish to English translation you see. So custom model, and the Google NMT model is our API, which you get out of the box. So Google out of the box gives you this translation, while with custom model, qualifiers and graders, like there is some difference, like you are making it unique to your use case. That's what is AutoML, making things unique to your use case. Now talking about Vision API, Vision API does lot of things. It can classify content with predefined labels. It can do OCR detection with 200 languages. It can detect objects, detect brands and product logos. You can find similar images on the web, which Google already uses this. You can detect popular places and landmarks, detect faces and emotions, identify image properties. And we also have Video API, which supports object detection in video as well, and object tracking in video. So let's see this API in action to understand what all these features are. And all of these APIs comes with their drag and drop try it page, and this is all free to use. You can come and try it before getting started. And you can drag an image. Click, I'm not a robot. And this is what you get out of the box. So you can come here, upload any image to get started, and you can see that it is doing landmark detection. I really don't know where this place is, but this API is extremely smart, and it is telling me it's Jakarta History Museum with 89% confidence. And it is also giving me the exact square where it is with the Google Maps link, which is pretty remarkable, very remarkable feature. Moving on to faces detection. So it gives face level confidence, that how emotion level confidence, how likely and unlikely the face one is, and how likely and unlikely like joy, sorrow, anger, surprise for phase two with the confidence score, respective confidence score. Talking about object detection, it was able to identify what all objects are there in this image, starting from bicycle, person, hat. So all of this has been identified from this image. Talking about label detection, it does out of the box labels for these categories: bicycle, tire, building, mode of transport, fun, travel, city, cycling, street. So all of the labels associated with this image is here. Talking about OCR and text detection, it was able to identify this text here, which is in a different language. I do not understand. So you see this, the text is also detected. And it also determines the dominant color from the image. And safe search is about whether this content is safe for search or not. All of these features is out of the box, and you can use custom AutoML to customize some of these features based on your use case. Moving on to, so we covered Vision API and we covered the demo. Talking about AutoML Vision, suppose we saw what we saw was the API level use case. Suppose first I would recommend try with the APIs, right? If it doesn't work for you, then go for AutoML. So suppose that did not work for you and now we are doing AutoML. How it's going to work, you will have to upload the images and then you can use Vertex AI data labeling service to label the images. So Vertex AI comes with labeling service as well. So you do not have to worry about how to label the data, right? You can just upload, suppose I love handbags. I will upload 100 images of the handbags and I will label it handbag, 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 all of this handbag. And then I will start the training with one click, which will automatically pick the best model. You don't have to worry about writing any code. And once the model is trained, you can upload an unseen data or a test image to evaluate the model. So you'll get the F1 score, you will get everything, you will get precision, recall, and your model will be classifying handbags for you. We also have AutoML Vision Edge. And Edge is what you get out of the box is you can export the model and you get a TensorFlow model after training the Edge model. And you can also export the container and deploy it anywhere. So you must be thinking that, oh, it is AutoML, I cannot change the code. You can still change the code, you can still use it. And how you can do that, once you export the model, you get you have options how you want to export it. You can export it as a container and deploy it anywhere. You can export it as a TensorFlow Lite. You can export it as a TensorFlow JS for browser, or you can export it as a normal TensorFlow library. And once you have the code, you can add additional layers and you can retrain the model. If you are a data scientist and you do not like AutoML, you'll be like, oh, I do not like AutoML because I do not know what's going on inside. And another interesting thing is all these features comes with explainable AI integrated. And what is explainable AI is a way to debug the deep learning models and to see which features are attributed to this explanation. So all of this comes with explainable AI integrated when you start training. So you will also have an explanation saying that which feature contributed to this training. So which is another cool, I would say, integration of Vertex AI with explainable AI, Vertex explainable AI. Talking about Google Cloud speech to text. Speech to text comes into 120 plus languages, and it can be real time or you can do it on-prem. And I'm not giving a demo speech to text today, but just to let you know that that is another service we all use. Even if you are using, if any one of you have used Google Meet, that use a lot of speech to text in real time. Text to speech, it has 40 plus languages, 220 plus voices. Some of the unique features are it has human-like speech, and it is one of a kind voice features, which is unique to this product, where it doesn't have to sound like, oh, I'm talking to a machine. Moving on to walkthrough of AI solutions. And we'll cover document AI first. And so document AI solution uses, we covered Vision AI and we covered NLP API, right? You can think document AI is a combination of Vision and NLP API to make the information, to make the data in unstructured documents useful. How it works is the first pass is through Vision AI under the hood. You don't have to worry about all of this. I'm just giving you the details, how under the hood document AI works. So the first pass is through Vision AI to extract the OCR data from highly unstructured documents. It can be PDF, it can be images, it can be Word, and then use NLP API to understand the meaning of it. And then you can either store it in BigQuery or any kind of database, data warehouse to make it useful. So let's see a quick demo of Document AI. Again, you can come here for the Try It Document AI page. I'm going to upload a invoice. So this supports so many things, like you can come for general, you can use invoice, parser, payslip parser. So what does this mean is that these parsers or these options are specialized for those type of documents. So it will give you better accuracy when you choose these parsers. Also, you have ability to create custom parser. Suppose none of these matches and you have a specific form you need to be uh, extracted, right? That need to be extracted. You can come and create a custom parser or a specialized parser. It also supports human in the loop and a lot of other features. So you see that out of the box, it's able to detect key value pairs. So invoice number, date of issue, bill to. You can quickly search on something if you want. And then it also detects the table in the text, right? It has two tables, it detected it beautifully. And it also gives you all the OCR text and a JSON output. So this is the request URL, request and response. And you can download this. So this API can be integrated anywhere in your mobile device or web application, and it can be used to get your data converted into a structured, highly structured format. So we have like 10 minutes left. I will move on. We have few topics to cover. These are some of the resources you can use to get started with Document AI. I'm going to share it later. And I know we did not cover a lot. There is so many features of Document AI. You have custom parser, you have specialized parser, you have human in the loop, which we haven't covered today. But just to let you know, all of these features exist. Talking about our Google Translation Hub, it is an enterprise-ready self-serve personal translator, and how it's like very very easy to use, and it comes with multiple of language support. So you can start with any kind of these documents. It can be PDF document, PPT document, and you can quickly translate with one click, self-serve training. And you can also do customized translation with AutoML customer translation, which we covered before. So I will give a quick demo of Enterprise Translation Hub. Okay, so I am in my, this is my Google Cloud console for those who have not seen it before. And in Google Cloud, everything is in project. And this is my organization, and these are my projects. So I'm in my project, and I will go to Translation Hub. And in Translation Hub, you have ability to create a portal where we will log in and upload the documents to translate. I have already created a portal. I will just grab a link to the portal, URL to the portal. You also can add users to the portal. Like I have added myself as a user here. So this is my portal, and let's go and translate. So I have this Google NMT model, which is out of the box. And these are some of my custom trained models. You see, English to Vietnamese custom trained models. I'm using Google NMT model, and upload a file. I do not have anything, so I will just translate the invoice. So I have this invoice, and I'm going to translate it to, let's pick any language. I'm just picking languages out of the box. I do not have any preference. You see that it started translating into these three languages, and it's already completed. So let's see the translation. So you can also see the translation here. You can see that it is already translated into this language, which I really do not understand. But this product is very, very easy to use, and it works beautifully. Okay, moving on to So we have 10 minutes left. I will take a pause and take questions. Is there any questions here?
Yeah, Mona, there are a few questions in the Q&A sections. Hope you can see those questions.
Where
Okay,
can I see the question? Oh,
in the
it's in
Q.
Q&A.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Will AutoML dry data science jobs? I would say AutoML does not dry data science jobs. It enables data science jobs, because I work with a lot of data scientists in uh, public sector space, and they are using AutoML to. They're not using AutoML to just dry their job. They're using it as a tool for a faster discovery and for faster innovation. So if you want to innovate something really really quick, because time is of essence, right? And what you can do now you cannot do later. So something which can take ages to do, with AutoML you can do faster and better. And you can, I also covered that if you're not happy with what AutoML is giving you, you get the code, you can import the model itself, right? So you can add your data science experience. Suppose you get a TensorFlow model back, you can add extra layers on top of it. So your data science job is not drying out. It is well, I would say, supported. I hope that helps, Arvind. Okay, Roya has a question. What is Vertex AI? Vertex AI is a platform provided by Google Cloud, which has products for end-to-end machine learning. So you can think like three layers. It has AutoML, it has pre-trained APIs, and it also comes with Workbench, which we didn't see today. It comes with Workbench, which is similar to Jupyter AI notebooks, which you're using, and also comes with a lot of features such as model training. So you can use Vertex AI to train any model. You suppose you have a model in local environment, scikit-learn model or XGBoost model, and you are limited to train, like you cannot train it on your computer because of lack of compute and resources. You can come to Vertex AI and upload the code and use Vertex AI training to scale your model for any kind of GPUs, CPUs. You can do distributed training, and you can also use Vertex AI for prediction. Suppose you already have a trained model, but you do not have resources to set up infrastructure. You do not want to buy a server, which will take ages, and then set up infrastructure for training. You can come to Vertex AI and you can do Vertex AI prediction using Vertex AI prediction feature, which will automatically take your code, set up a training for you, and give you an endpoint which you can embed in your website. And it is scalable also, because we are taking what the Google Cloud takes care of the scalability. I hope that helps. It's a short answer. It's a very it has a lot of features, but I hope this helps. What is the accuracy for document classification? Where is the question? Where did I go?
It might be the third question. Just go
Yeah,
up. Yeah.
Naveen has a question. Sorry, you're saying something?
No, no, just carry on. Carry on.
Okay. So what is the accuracy for document classification with Vertex AI? You mean document classification with our NLP AutoML, or document classification with AI services? I would think that you're talking about the NLP document. So you're talking about document classification using AutoML classification. So the accuracy depends on the data, right? And you also get F1 score, and also you also get the recall value to improve the accuracy if you're using AutoML. So there is not a set answer to this. That's what I'm trying to say. It totally depends on the document. But there are ways to improve the accuracy if that's what you're asking, and I can share some links later. How is our data secure when combine custom data with, oh, okay, I do not see the questions anymore. Okay, how is our data secure when combine custom data with good data? So the question is about security. I would say that you have choice to use encryption while training. So Vertex AI, you can put the data in a VPC. Yeah, you can put your training in a virtual private cloud when spinning up Jupyter notebooks. It will be in your own secure environment. And Google Cloud uses encryption in transit, encryption in rest. So I can talk about all those ways to secure your data if that helps. Does Google takes custom data? What does this custom data means? I really do not understand. But Google has ability to get data from any source. It can be from any other cloud provider. It can be Amazon S3. It can be on-prem system. You can bring data from anywhere to Vertex AI platform and train your model. Feature store generates feature or just one-stop place to find all the feature that are pre-training to the project. Feature store do not generate feature. I would say it is a place where you can store the features after the training and after feature engineering, and you can use that for your prediction, and you can use it across teams. So the idea is that you do not have to do feature engineering multiple times. Free trial has limitations like 30 days. Yeah, so Google Cloud does comes with a free trial, and then you get $300 of credit to get started. And some of these drag and drop try it APIs I shared, you can just go ahead and use it. There is no limitations. And you do not get to, you don't even need a card to register or use it. You can just go to that link and play around with that. So it's as simple as that. How to make unstructured data structured? That's a good question. How you would do it is using so if the unstructured data is in PDF or it is in images, you can use a document AI solution to convert the data into a structured format, which we saw in a demo. And you can store all of this structured data like key value pair. You get all that key value pair, right? So you can store all of this into any data store you would like. What is OCR text? That's a good question, Roya. OCR text is OCR means optical character recognition, and it's an old technology. Previously, it was not powered by machine learning, right? It was a template-based technique where you have a PDF, you have a form, and you would like to extract that information. Like suppose you scan something, right? You have a PDF or you have your notes. You have you go and scan those things before your exam, right? When you scan it, it is converted into a paper or a scanned format, and then you want to digitize it, right? So in order to digitize it or convert it into electronic format and then extract the details from it, that's what OCR will do for you. There are more questions coming. Is there a possibility? Okay, where I was. Do we have a demo for? No, we haven't covered AutoML for today, but in future we can, and I can share some links where you can get started with AutoML. What is free tier Google ML? So there is no Google ML free tier. Google Cloud has a free tier where you can go and create a project and use $300 up to services. So that you can use. Sasi Kumar has a question. Is there any possibility to compare the data with different AI models for classification? And is also any validation for the model selection? So we covered neural architecture search, right? What NAS does is compare various models and pick the best out of it, if that's what answers your question. But I'm really not sure if I understood your question correctly. There are more questions. Compare data. Okay. Are linear regression and regression tree same? I really don't know this because I did not. Are you talking in general data science? Because I have heard about XGBoost, which uses trees, and linear regression is a standard way to do linear regression. I'm not sure what this question is. AutoML translate in end-to-end data project, compile the gratify ingesting. I really do not understand what you're trying to say, Monali. Can you, if you can type it again, I would love to answer that. briefly explain neural network model prediction. I did not cover neural network model prediction. I just want to specify today what we covered is Google Cloud's Vertex AI platform prediction, and how that works I can specify. And I've also covered this in my upcoming book. And I've also covered neural network model prediction in my upcoming book on Google Cloud certification. So that will help because it's not a short answer to explain. How this Google Cloud has advantages over KNIME platform. Okay, so I have used KNIME too. KNIME is another product and it has limited capabilities, right? You cannot use KNIME for auto scaling, training your model, or to do ML ops, right? While Google Cloud comes with a lot of Google's research and capabilities to support, be it speech to text APIs, be it translation, be it document AI. It has wide applicability. So that's why it's very, very different than KNIME. KNIME has very limited capabilities. Is there any payment for Vertex AI? You mean to say how billing works? It is similar to Google Cloud billing, pay as you go service. So it's you only bill for the use you're doing. Okay, there are more questions. So we are ahead of time. I'll take a pause. I know I have to jump for another call. I will be looking at into these questions and answering over email, or you can connect me on LinkedIn, and there I'll be able to answer these questions, because I'm really, really sorry. I have a hard stop today.
Okay, I guess you have enough questions answered. So first, I would like to share a feedback form. Hope everyone will see it and fill that form. And thanks a lot, Mona. It was a really wonderful session, and on the behalf of Analytics Vidya. So
Thank you so much. I'm really, really sorry. If everyone can, if you can share the questions to me, I can answer it. Like I can answer all of those and send it back to you, if that helps, or they can connect with me directly on LinkedIn and I'll be able to answer them.
definitely, like we have shared your LinkedIn profile. They will connect to you in LinkedIn, and probably they will ask all the questions related to the topic there
Okay,
itself.
perfect.
Right?
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mona, for this wonderful session.